Hello everyone, Coach Carol here with another essential habit for genealogists. I hope that you have been making good progress in tracking down your ancestors, and maybe you are looking for a space in which you can store those facts that you've acquired through your research. Today's session is going to take you on a short journey into the use of Trello to store your data from the research into your ancestors' lives. I'm showing you now a template that I've created for family historians to use when beginning to store the data from their ancestral research. Trello can be used free of charge, and in it you can create a board. Now I've taken the step to create this board as a template for you so that you can get started straight away. I've chosen the background, a tree, and I've already put in place some sample content which are in the form of lists. So each one of these is called a list. What I suggest you do is you create a board for each clan of your ancestral tree to keep the stories and the data together in the one place. For example, in this template, you could begin to store information about the ancestors in your maternal line: mother, grandmother, grandfather, great-grandmother, and great-grandfather, and great-great-grandmother. In the next list, you could include the years in which you are focused on gaining data for that ancestor. So in this case, stretching back to the 1830s. In this list, I have created a sample card that you can add to your list as you begin to develop them. Here's an example of a list that's beginning for the story of my grandmother. And in this, there are cards. Each one of these is referred to as a card. And I have placed a copy of the sample card into this list. Now, this may seem a little strange, but once you begin to fill it out, you'll find that it will be very useful for you. To add another list, you go to this option called Add Another List and give it a title. And add the list. You can then begin to add cards to that list when you're ready to go. Adding a card is pretty simple. Click on Add a Card. You have the option to add one from a template, and there's one of these included for you as I'm showing you here. You can create a new one if you wish, or you can simply add a card directly. Give it a title and then add the card. Now, when you're ready, what you will then do is start creating the data for each card. And in this one for my grandmother's story, I'm going into the card called Significant Events, and I can edit it. And in here, I might put in a description for this significant event that took place for my grandmother. In 1901, and then save that as part of that card. When I have certificates for that event, I can add them here as an attachment, and they will also be stored neatly into the card for this ancestor. In the board itself, you can do other things, such as, if you go to the Show menu, you can go into the More section and do other things, but first you might want to change the background. Trello gives you several photographic images that you can place in your background to make your Trello template look distinctive. You can also share this with other people. So this is one of the things that you may want to do, is to share with a team. So perhaps members of your family would like to help you in creating this ancestral board. Then you can add them as team members. Lots to do in an ancestral card board template such as this one. You can then choose to make it public, as this one is, or make it private. You can also share that template with other people, which is what you may want to do when you're at the point of sharing that information with people in your clan. So how do you get Trello? Go to Trello.com. How do you get this template? Join one of my courses. Or if you wish, you can get access to this by letting me know that you're interested, and I'll simply send you a link. I'll actually place the link underneath this video. So if you're particularly interested in getting access to the course in which this template appears, you could go to coachcarolonline.thinkific.com, and there you'll find the free course, Family Story Magic. Thanks for listening today. I'll be back again with more family history tips.